So at this time with the coronavirus, people are out there struggling, and they don't have money to afford rent or food. People are starving. I mean, I don't have to tell you if they've gone bankrupt. They got to bankroll some lazy fetus who puts in nothing and doesn't even try to do anything. There are people out there with no job, no future. We got crashing housing markets, no income from investments, no money to pay staff, or the company they work for can't afford to pay their wages. They don't know how to feed their kids. Their kids can't go to school, so they have to see them all day, which again, you got to spend time with your lazy brat. I mean, not only did you have to go through the experience of them doing nothing for 9 months, but then once they're born, you then have to spend all this fucking time with them. I mean, at least before you got rid of them at school, but now you got to even spend more time with them, which is, yeah. I mean, and you got to figure out how to fucking pay for all their shit, and now they're at home bored, and you got to figure out what to pay to entertain the lazy shits. I mean, and then you got people like me that are really struggling. People that have frequent flyer status they can't even use because we can't fly. I mean, there's real pain out there, but at this time, all of that is minuscule when you put into effect the real victims out there. And of course, the biggest victim of coronavirus is clearly the Queen. So this story comes from MarketWatch. And I mean, the Queen is really doing it tough in these tough times. Queen Elizabeth II sells gin made from leaves at Buckingham Palace after tourist revenues crash. Unfortunately, she needs a little bit of cash to afford her art collection. And I quote from the article, "Proceeds will go to trust for care and conservation of royal art collection." So again, some of you people are out there complaining about not being able to eat. You've lost your jobs. You're going to have to sell your house if you even have one. You can't afford rent. And you make out like you're some kind of victim when you've got the Queen out here and not being able to afford art. Like, seriously, have a look at yourself. So yeah, back to the article. Queen Elizabeth II is selling gin made from leaves. Very inventful, that Queen out there. She's making it from leaves found at the back of Buckingham Palace as cash from tourists visiting her residence has plunged. The Royal Collection Trust, a department of the royal household, launched a premium small batch London dry gin for sale in its shops on Monday, infused with bay and mulberry leaves found in her back garden. So again, if you're wondering how you're going to be able to afford rent or how to pay off the mortgage with no job at the moment, maybe go grab some of them leaves outside and turn it into gin, and you'll be able to afford some fine art. Yeah, and she's selling it at £40 a bottle. So maybe the reason why you're poor is because you're not as resourceful as the Queen. You've never had to struggle the way the Queen has. You've never had to like deal with those extremities and, you know, deal with the real world and had to be resourceful as the Queen. You know, I really personally hope that the Queen writes a book about like how to deal with these tough times and how to be resourceful and to overcome the challenges in life, because I know that that would be a bestseller for me. And I think that you people out there could learn from it too. You know, learning the basic survival skills of how to buy art when, you know, the tourism plunges crashing and you need to make gin out of leaves for £40. Okay. Well, now that we've raised your spirits, knowing that the Queen has found a way out of her dark place,